Okay, this is a bit of a rant. These are not disposable items. Why do people keep throwing these kinds of things right out of the dumpster? And it's probably perfectly fine. Unless they were looking for one that had AC, like an inverter on it. In which case, then, why didn't they just talk to the guy that was throwing this thing out? Like, seriously. And so this is an RV marine inverter. So 600 watts. And we should probably figure out what that beeping is all about, because that's probably a $300 retail unit. Okay, we can give it 12 volts. But it needs at least 500 milliamps before it's stable. But as soon as you put a load on it, there it goes. Okay, so time to do a little digging. But now it seems to be working. So, drawing just under an amp through the charger here, and no errors. So I'm going to say that this inverter is working for now, and put it into service in some capacity or another somewhere, and yeah, leave it. Is that an isolation? Does that make that an isolation transformer? Yes, it does. I'll have to check. Okay, so these things aren't supposed to be disposable items either, although you can almost make the argument, given the way people use toner and inks as in the what do they call that? They call that the razor model. The razor model of creating money. Sell the handle for the razors for cheap or free practically, and then get them hooked on a particular interface between the blades. But you can almost argue that a printer is a disposable item because the inks cost so much relative to the cost of the printer. But in any event, this was found in the dumpster, and I had just about given up hope on it. I tried powering it up. It powered on, and it said that there was a paper jam. And I looked over it, couldn't find anything, all in here, nothing. Pulling out the tray, I can see straight to the front of the unit. The only place I couldn't really see is in through here, which I should have thought of at the time. So I got to the point where, you know what, okay, I'm going to scrap it for parts. Probably a motor in there that'll be fun to use for something or such like. And I don't know, I've never taken apart a laser inside of a laser printer, and I'm not sure how powerful those lasers are. Anyways, maybe you can burn stuff with them, I don't know. In any event, once I started pulling this thing apart, and I had it like almost completely apart, all the main board over here I had out, and all of the cabling, I was starting to pull apart all the cabling. And then I got to the top, and I got the top off, and there was two little pieces of paper that were stuck in the corners there. One was like 2 centimeters square, one was a 1 centimeter square piece of paper. So clearly what had happened was somebody tried to pull the paper out and had torn and left little pieces of paper, and it wasn't being cleared. So obviously the IKEA instructions here, if paper jams, number 1, lift up these levers. Number 2, pull out the paper, were insufficient for whomever was charged with clearing the paper jam. Yeah, fair enough. But anyways, as an end result, I get a new color laser printer out of the trash, and it produces much, much darker blacks than the trusty LaserJet 1160 that, well, coincidentally, I also pulled out of a dumpster. Yeah. So there's that. So this came out of there too. A pocket multimeter. Ohms, diode test, continuity, range hold, data hold. So Nice. And then probably, I'm guessing, auto ranging. Yeah. Not bad. All it needed was batteries. So yeah, let's see what goes on inside one of these things. The plastic is still on it, so if I peeled that off, it'd be like a brand new unit. Kinda. Okay. Oh, it's a cob. And with soft buttons, and that's the slide switch, which is, it's got copper conductors, so clever little bit of engineering there. So we can't tell what chip it is. Bummer. Oh, that's the piezo. So yeah. Pretty clever. Contacts there and there for the battery. And very nicely engineered. There we go. Let's see how accurate it is. Nice. Seems to register pretty accurately and pretty quickly. Shit people throw away.